It's a weird question I'm going to ask, actually, about Man City. Are you getting bored with winning? But the reason I asked that is we were all talking earlier on about Man City. They got the treble last season. No one's even talking about it.
No.
No one's even talking about one of the most incredible achievements in world football.
Yeah.
The treble. Only ever been done twice in this country. Once by Man United, secondary by Man City.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive. We don't talk about it. The only time we ever mention it is sometimes in passing we'll go, treble winners Man City, and we don't even do that.
Yeah, I do think for whatever reason it's almost been like glossed over. What they did last season is phenomenal. I mean, I'm not bored of watching City. I love watching them play. Even games like tonight where they're at home and you expect them to absolutely batter Leipzig. I'm still intrigued by what they're gonna do. But it is one of those where I almost feel like it was bigger when United, maybe because United did it first, maybe that's why. But certainly when we talk about City and we talk about the treble, which is one of the hardest things to do, they're going for four in a row this year for the Premier League titles. It almost feels like it does just get glossed over, like, oh, they won the treble, okay, move on. It's City. It's almost like people go, well, it's City.
Why is that, though?
What does that even mean? Oh, it's City.
I mean, it pains me to say it. They are an unbelievable side. I'm not going to say they're better than Man United, not because I'm a Man United fan, but I think it's just impossible to compare those two teams.
Nah, yeah, but I still think the City team's better.
Right, well, I didn't ask for your opinion.
All right, no worries.
But Man City, if you're a season ticket holder for Man City, right, and you don't go to away games and maybe you don't even go to Champions League games, you're just going to see your team win every single week, right? Which is there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's fantastic. I just wonder though, after like when you go to football, when you go to the theatre, you want to see a bit of drama. Yeah, you don't get that.
All right, let me ask a question then.
I'm not saying it. By the way, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm just curious, right? But just to back that up, at the weekend before they drew against Liverpool, 23 home wins on the bounce in the league.
My only thing about that is that how long would you say City have been doing this? Because you think about it from a Rangers and Celtic perspective.
Yeah.
They go to watch their team week in, week out, and they win and I've never ever heard one Celtic or Rangers fan come on and go, I'm bored of this. They win every week.
And they really should.
And they've just been going on for how many decades?
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? But never does any Celtic or Rangers fan come in and go, do you know what? I'm bored of this.
Okay, so what would you say the targets are? The new targets is the key word for Man City. They can't do the quadruple, and that was one of their big targets.
Well, 4. They can get 4 now.
4
titles in a row, Premier League titles. That's one.
What about winning 10-0? Getting the record for the biggest gap between...
Yeah, I mean, there's that. But, I mean, even, and this is going to be bonkers, they've won an FA Cup final 6-0. How are you winning an FA Cup final 6-0? FA Cup final?
Even if they won that 7-0, right, we would probably go, Man City.
Well, we don't even speak about it.
No.
They beat Watford 6-0. We don't even talk about it.
No.
But I think 4 in a row is a big thing. I think the back-to-back Champions League, they could try and do back-to-back trebles. These are things that, in my mind, before Manchester City did it.
Oh, my God, that is disgusting.
Yeah, these are things in my mind I thought,
treble.
no team could ever do that.
No.
But I'm looking at this Manchester City squad and going, you tell me where their weakness is.
What game will you watch tonight?
I'll watch City probably.
Will you?
Who's the other game?
PSG,
I'll watch Newcastle PSG, of course.
Let's speak to Adam. He's a Man City fan. Hi, Adam.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you?
All right, gents. Nice show as usual.
Thank you, man. Listen, before you have your say, let me ask you, and there's a reason I'm asking, obviously, how old are you? I want to know that because of how long you've watched your team play.
52.
Okay, so you've seen the good times and the bad times, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm guessing you absolutely adore winning, but is there anything to be said for the days of jeopardy of we don't know if we're going to win or not?
I don't think so, no. No. It's like, if you want somebody to, like, totally ruin your weekend, then go back 30 years and watch City. But, because you can guarantee it, you'll have all plans for Saturday night, and they just used to put you on a write down, and you just wouldn't even bother going out.
Mm. Do you feel as though your treble's been glossed over and forgotten about?
Deliberately so as well, because you've got mischievous little Norse gods of mischief like Loki and all that, Liverpool and Arsenal and especially United, just tainting it by going on about financial stuff, which, apart from being time barred, it's factually incorrect anyway. Mm. So it's deliberate. It's absolutely deliberate. It's insidious, and I didn't have a lot of respect for Liverpool before all this, but they're the driving force behind it. And no wonder City fans hate Liverpool. No wonder.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand, but I mean, he makes a good point, and it was a good question that you asked him there, because I made the point at the top that I think if you're from a certain era of Manchester City supporters where you've seen the bad times and then you've seen City evolved into one of the greatest teams we've ever seen, then I think you appreciate it more. But if you're like a young kid, say you're 15 and you grow
that's
up,
all you're used to.
All you're used to, so it wouldn't get. I don't suppose it'd get boring, but it would be like, well, we'll win this. Like you being a Manchester City fan at this present time. Every single the start of every season, you haven't got to worry about, I wonder if my team will win anything this year. Do you know what? I've never had that. With being an Arsenal fan, I'm thinking, boy, I hope Arsenal can win something. No, you fool. I hope Arsenal can win something like FA Cup or something. If you're a City fan nowadays, you're just like, I wonder what we're going to win this year. Not, I wonder if we're going to win anything. It's like, I wonder what we're going to win this year.
Let's speak to another City fan. Lee joins us. Hi, Lee.
Evening, chaps. You all right?
I'm great. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Are you going tonight?
I'm actually not. No, I do normally. I'm a season ticket holder, but just for work commitments, I'm going to be watching it on the box.
Okay, all right. What would you like to say? What you phoned up for, Lee?
So you asked the question about whether winning gets boring and all that kind of stuff. Now, I was one of the fans who literally in, I think it was the 2006-2007 season under Stuart Pearce. I was a student at the time. Pretty much blew my student loan on individual match tickets for every game that season. And were the battle scars for it. In the second half of the season, from Christmas right the way to the end of the season, we didn't see a single goal scored at home by City. Wow. I've lived through that, okay? Now, if I can go through every single game and still go every week hoping this was going to be the one that we're going to, not even a big win, just a score, not a big ask, and we still went every single week to watch it. If I ever feel like I'm getting bored of winning trophies and watching the kind of football that Pep Guardiola has brought to Man City, time for a different sport. Like, we are on a different planet at the moment, and there's a time period to it. It's cyclical. It won't be like this forever.
No.
So there's no way you can waste a single season thinking that it's a foregone conclusion.
But let me ask you this, then, Lee. What would you get more fun from, right? Seeing your team put, 7 past Burnley, or seeing Stuart Pearce bring on David James as a forward?
I was at that game as well. I still don't know how to explain that. No, I've got to be honest. I mean, look, at those times, you had to have a bit of a dark humour because that was what being a Man City fan was about. And you had to enjoy it for what it was. And, you enjoyed it just going for the banter and the crack and all the rest of it. But even if we're beating a team 7-0, it's the standard of football. We're not doing lump it up and just, flick-ons and all that kind of stuff. And all right, we're pretty good at it. We're playing unbelievable football. And actually, even if you can just appreciate it from a total football perspective, you've got to get something out of those games because you're not going to carry on watching Pep Guardiola-style football forever. No. So you've just got to appreciate it every time you get the chance to watch it.
Lee, what a great call. We spoke to you before?
Yeah, I spoke a few times,
Oh, good. Okay, keep coming in. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Will do. Cheers, guys.
You know, you made a good point. You know what is bizarre, right? So, as a United fan, I should hate City and Liverpool equally.
Yeah.
Right? I can watch Man City, and when they start flying, I sit back and I just admire great football.
Liverpool, you don't?
Can't do it with Liverpool.
No, I get that.
Isn't that weird? Like, literally, if Liverpool score a late winner, I actually feel sick.
Yeah, I get that.
But I should feel like that with Man City, but maybe I just don't see Man City as a threat.
No, they're past you lot now. I remember that.
But they haven't, because if Liverpool win another league title, then they're level with us, and that's what will hurt. But Man City are miles away from us. They are.
In terms of what? Size of club?
League wins. No, league
wins.
No,
league wins and
that's
size,
probably why. That's probably
size
why.
And size of club. But in terms of where the two clubs are right now, you
know,
lot are miles behind them. Years. You're years above. No, we're not years behind them.
No, I'm talking about you and me. You're years behind me.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.